Konnichiwa. Welcome to the May 2022 issue. This first item is rocking the Japan market. So with very high wholesale prices, both retailers and even utilities don't really want to sign up any new customers. And with those exiting, they're forced to move over to somebody. So a lot of confusion among consumers in Japan as to what to do with this market turmoil. So now the EGC is studying merit order to move to a centralized bidding clearing market for generation. We'll see if that flies or not. The EGC saga of asking utility generators to do more bilateral has been going on about every year for the last 4 or 5 years. There's really no incentive for utility generators to sell at the market any more than they actually have to. So the futures market in Japan for electricity is now completely viable. EEX volume's up 60% year over year, and even TOCOM's volume is up over 80% from 1 month ago. The last time the government asked consumers to cut back on use of electricity was shortly after the Fukushima tsunami disaster. This time there's no disaster, so we'll see how well the customers take to this sort of announcement. So the Diet and the Prime Minister see nuclear as a solution to not only carbon zero goals, but also the supply shortage, which is causing the high wholesale prices. So we're guessing the head of the nuclear authority may get replaced because there's 7 of them that have met all the safety standards, but the authority is dragging its feet and stamping the approval for restart. So with nowhere else to go from the retail front, customers are flocking to the EPCO, or provider of last resort, where they have to take them. The problem is the provider of last resort fixed tariffs are also underwater, so the utilities don't want them either. So with this many industrials and large commercials, a third of Japan's carbon footprint has now signed up to participate in the carbon market, even without knowing the rules. So to eliminate the contracts that they have with Russia for LNG, the Japanese government is willing to invest in infrastructure, terminals, et cetera, in the US on behalf of its utilities and buyers to get more LNG exports out of the US. So every utility's got a fuel cost surcharge that they add to the tariff, as do most retailers do the same thing, based on a formula tied to the LNG contract. The problem is with the LNG prices so high, there's a cap on the fuel cost surcharge pass through, and they're at cap already. So that's why the utilities are losing money. Sayonara, as always, contact me if you want to talk about any of this or Japan market in general.